All right, so we have a graph here, and you could put this in your calculator. Actually, I'm going to open my calculator and do that towards the end because I want to show you what might happen at your asymptotes. But I've got a fraction right there. It has an x in the denominator, so it's definitely a rational function. And then it says list x and y intercepts. All right. Well, if I look at this, there is a y-intercept right here. All right, where it crosses the y-axis. So the y-intercept is 0, 1. Now, the x-intercept is a problem because if you look at this, all right, there's a dotted line across there. But if you look at this graph as it goes off in that direction, it's not going to touch the axis either way. So there's no x-intercept because it's using the x. It's not using the x-axis is an asymptote. All right, and I said if you watch the other videos, these will often have more than one asymptote. They'll have vertical and horizontal. So there's no x-intercept. Vertical asymptote is this guy right here. So there's my vertical asymptote, that dotted line right there. Now you have to really think about these. They're either x equals or y equals. All right. If I zoom in here and look at this, it's happening at 1, 2, 3. All right. So that right there is -3. It's the x value. And as you move along that line, the y value is going to change, but the x value is going to constantly stay at -3. So it means the vertical asymptote is going to be x equals -3. The horizontal asymptote was the x-axis. All right, now if this is a Regents question, they're trying to be tricky. All right, they will call this y equals 0 because that is the equation of the x-axis. Every point on that x-axis, as you go across there, here and here and here and here, those are all have a y value of 0, but the x value changes. All right, so there's my horizontal asymptote. The domain, all right, most of these functions have a domain that is literally everything but whatever the asymptote is. All right, so this graph has every single x value. As you look at it, it comes through here. It's coming from -infinity, and the x values are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but they never actually get to -3. And then it jumps up here, and they go down through here, and the x values go like this. And remember, we're only looking at the x values. So the x values are coming from this direction. All right, they go smaller and smaller and smaller. They jump over -3, and then they keep getting, I said smaller and smaller. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So the domain, it's weird sometimes how this gets written. How I personally would write this is every x value except -3. All right, so every x value except -3. Sometimes you'll see it written like this, -8, -infinity, comma, -3, with parentheses because it can't be equal to -3, and -3, comma, infinity. That's every number except -3 because there's not a bracket at there. All right, but for right now, if you're writing it down, just list, say everything but, and then tell what it can't be. All right, so everything except x equals -3, something like that.